wrestling fans, thanks for clicking the dreaded D Rose report. As of now, only 3 theaters are going to be showing the WWE Studios movie The Chaperone with Triple H on February 18th. Unless more theaters are announced, here's where you can see it at if you're close. It's the Hawkins Theater, Harkins Theater, I guess is what it's called. Chino Hills 18 in Chino Hills, California. Harkins Arrowhead Fountain 18 in Peoria, Arizona. And the Hawkins, must have a deal with the Harkins thing. Harkins South Lake 14, South Lake, Texas. If any of you guys, watching this, living in any of those, and you go to see the thing, well, let me know how it turns out. I already had the reviews on some of that last week. But anyway, R-Truth versus Tyson Kidd in the lone match advertised for tonight's episode of WWE Superstar WGN. Other matches scheduled to take place include David Hart Smith, Yoshi Tatsu versus Primo, and Zack Ryder, Trent Beretta and Tyler versus Tyler Rex. Alright, WWE Champion The Miz, he discussed with Sports Town Chicago his Royal Rumble match with Randy Orton. Idea he has for t-shirts, having his own action figure, and contents of Alex Riley's briefcase. We don't know what's running around in that briefcase now. And according to friends, former WWE developmental wrestler, this is awful, Sean McGrath, also known as Bad Seed Sean Osborne, he had committed suicide on Wednesday. He was only 34 years old. Reason I brought that up was former WWE talent Stacey Carter, also known as Miss Kitty the Cat, posted the suicide note on her Facebook account and claimed to be from McGrath's prior to his death. In the aforementioned message, McGrath explained that recent events in his personal life and his inability to fulfill his WWE dreams contributed to his decision to end his life. The lack of a relationship I had with my parents and siblings since my childhood, along with the end of my WWE dreams, have also contributed, McGrath wrote. McGrath claimed that he made the decision while sober, as he has never been a drug guy. He said the only drugs in my system is Zoloft. So you had drugs though. I don't know what amount. And it's a prescription, he said. But I never ever been a drug guy. All of this happening right now is me, sober. No drugs, no alcohol. He detailed how he wanted his funeral to be handled and addressed his closest friends. I don't know. I don't know what you say on something like that. If he's got his head and going in that direction, it's going to go ahead and go. Triple H was interviewed by RxMuscle.com, Heavy Muscle Radio show earlier this month. Spoke out about Dave Palumbo, about the number of topics. And anyway, here's some of the things he says. He guarantees that he will not want to be like Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, to wrestle until their 60s. Hunter said that he and Shawn Michaels agreed to tell each other when it's time to hang it up, and he never had to, the conversation with Shawn. So, and in his about his in-ring return, he said hopefully the goal is sometime in the spring to come back. Goldust kind of put this out. He made his pick for who's going to win the Royal Rumble. He says it's Triple H. That's where his money's at, but I haven't heard anything. They may just slip him in there. Never know, they could slip in Undertaker too, but I would think they would advertise either one of them going to be at the Royal Rumble, because that would create some more ticket sales. Currently, he says, does have a lot to do with WWE creative process, and he's been in charge of running a few of the WWE shows. Consistent with what's been reported, Triple H said that follow-along Vince McMahon has been pushing him to take a bigger role in WWE's front office to learn the other side of the business. He's been in the office in Stanford majority of the week attending WWE TV shows. Hunter revealed that details about his injured bicep that kept him out of action for months. The doctor initially believed it was nerve damage related to a neck injury. He also spoke about his new daughter, All right. The late Luna Vachon, by the way, is going to be inducted into the WSU Hall of Fame March 5th at the company's 4th annual show. Also that night, women's wrestler April Hunter is going to be inducting Roxy, and former WWE champion Ivory, remember her? Oh, she was good. She's going to be inducting Jazz. And as noted before, Jim Ross, he and a couple of the new legends is going to be at their doing the roundtable tapings at WWE headquarters in Stanford. Ross promised big names would join, and one of them is going to be Bret the Hitman Hart. Also, Michael P.S. Hayes is going to be there. Pat Patterson, Mean Gene. All right, Diamond Dallas Page noted on his Twitter that he's heading to England in May and promises to release more details later. I don't know what it would be other than what happens in England. All right, as noted before, WWE released or revealed that the Diva Search is going to be returning, and it's going to be a 10-week competition to return at they don't have a time or date on this yet. WWE touted that the Diva Search as their original, that's the original version of American Idol. As also noted, Dustin Screech Diamond, he's going to be at the AAW promotion February 11th in Illinois. Screech will be competing in a man versus woman match against Mischief after the Shimmer Star accepted the challenge. He challenged anybody in the back on the roster. Apparently she was the only one that wanted to fight him. WWE Senior Vice President and Partner in Sales Joe Del Glosa said that he was going to be, that they will not be cutting back any pay-per-views coming up. They're going to be 13 a year, and that's going to be the new standard. He said it's going to be a minimum goal for us, so there's nothing going to be changing that way. So we're going to have to save more money, or they're going to have to get more people to buy the pay-per-views, or make them a little bit better. Hall of Famer Cowboy Bob Orton recently spoke with Alex Marvez of Script News and promoted his this coming Wrestle Reunion 5. And he talked really about his son, Randy. And he said he started wrestling at age 9 and was a pretty good amateur career, and going on to college, but didn't know exactly what he wanted to major in, so he quit, joined the Marines. Didn't work out, so he went down, talked to WWE road agents Jack Lanza and Tony Guerrera, and they brought up Randy, took a look at him. The rest, he says, is history. By the way, former WCW Chris Cruz, announcer, is now working as a news anchor full-time for the Voice of America in Washington, D.C. Jimmy Hart said this week on Bubba the Love Sponge Show that WrestleLicious, all-women's comedy promotion, is close to signing an 8-episode deal with MTV2. AJ Styles, by the way, is the financial backer behind a new MMA group. It's called Fight Fusion Entertainment. The promotion debuts February 18th, Georgia Mountain Center, Gainesville, Georgia. Promoter is Styles' brother. Paul Orndorff, who recently had cancer, revealed that he had cancer, was hospitalized overnight this week, but is expected to be back at the Wrestle Reunion convention this week. Superstar Billy Graham also was hospitalized after a bad reaction to pollen. But last word, he's still scheduled for the convention. All right, I don't know if I mentioned anything about this or not, but on the other shows, but Michelle McCool is back on the road with WWE live events this weekend, indicating that The Undertaker's doing well, recovering from surgery. As noted before, he's now expected that he's going to be working WrestleMania 27 this year. Michelle had been given time off from live events to stay home and tend to her husband, the dead man. There was rumors Awesome Kong is going to be making her WWE debut, and I bet that's going to be one of the people that's left open in the Royal Rumble. Awesome Kong will be in the Royal Rumble. I got a strange feeling. All right, or possibly at the show could be partner of Natalya going against Le Cool. And there's still people believing that Triple H is going to be at either Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. Don't look like it. Hey, I gotta go.